Boom! Finally, Higgsfield launched Canvas, guys. They're equivalent to Spaces on Freepik, or now known as Magnific, okay? So ultimately, when you log into Higgsfield, guys, you can find this Canvas tab, and fundamentally what it does is it's just a much more efficient process where you literally have every single module inside a singular canvas and you can build them as you go, okay? So not to worry if you don't understand what this is, I will break down and share with you guys every single thing, including my step-by-step, all right? Now, traditionally, what happens is, for everyone who wants to use Higgsfield, the one thing that they never have was Canvas, okay? And Canvas is essentially just like this, which I'll walk through in a minute, where you can literally make multiple node-based editing or generation in a singular flow, okay? So in the past, every single advanced creator will need some kind of subscription like this from Freepik, or now known as Magnific, on top of their Higgsfield subscription. So the good news is everything is finally in one roof, guys, which means we save money in terms of subscription. Now, before we dive in, this is a couple of things that we will talk about, okay? Firstly, I'll give you guys an introduction to Canvas as well as node-based generation or editing, exactly what it is, what it does, and exactly how to use it. I will also talk about who is this best for, and most importantly, guys, my image and video step-by-step workflow, which I've already created, and some initial observation, pricing, as well as hallucination bug that I saw. And guys, the one that you want to stay down for is my live build demonstration from scratch. Ultimately, Canvas uses node-based generations. And seriously, guys, don't let the term scare you, because I remember the first time I heard nodes, I was like, what the heck is that? Okay, now I want you guys to think of it like a recipe, okay? Each node is one step. Your image, this could be your image, it could be your generation, it could be your animation, okay? You can then connect them together visually like a flow chart, okay? That's why they called it Canvas, because it's literally a fully customizable canvas, right? You can change, customize every single step without breaking every single thing else, okay? This will help drive maximum efficiency and make the creation process, for me personally, 10 to 20x faster, okay? So visually speaking, this is what it looks like, okay? And this is something that I literally just created here. And not to worry, I know it looks very confusing, but I'll walk you guys through every single step. To understand why this is such a significant update for Higgsfield, we first need to understand what's the current process, all right? And that process is super manual, right? So for example, all of these images, if you wanted to generate them, you have to generate them one at a time. And it's so painful. And time is money, okay? So like this, 6 or 9 images would have taken me 30 minutes, 40 minutes probably, okay? With Canvas, I've literally created a workflow where I can generate all 5, 10, 15, 20, up to your Higgsfield's plan limit, all in one go, guys, okay? So that's where efficiency comes in. And it's no different when it comes to video generation as well, guys, okay? Which is such a time killer, okay? So let's start from the very top on my image workflow, okay? Actually, before we begin, guys, my name is Alwi Batarilan, and I'm the creator and owner and founder of AI Authority Engine, which essentially teaches people how to build hyper-realistic AI twins as well as AI avatars and generate massive attention or views, right? Just like as you can see here, Facebook, in 12 days, 5.5 million on a brand new account, and on Instagram, 1 million by day 12, okay? So fundamentally, I do updates like this for my students, which I call the AI Radar, latest AI updates, and we are pretty much just launched 21 days ago, and we are already 200 plus strong, okay? So now, let's talk about the image workflow, okay? So ultimately, I've broken this down into steps, all right? And step number 1, as you can see, is essentially your primary image source. Okay, so I added my image. I'll walk you guys through this, and then I'll build this step by step. So right here on the left-hand side, you can see I've added in my image. And in step number 2, I've added in the prompt box. Okay, and I'll show you guys this in a minute. And in step number 3, I added the image references. Okay, so basically this workflow, guys, is essentially taking my original image, and all I'm telling AI to do is keep everything exactly the same, but put me in this exact dressing, okay? And the end result is what you can see down here, okay? So it did exactly that. This suit came into me, this suit came into me, so on and so forth, okay? So you kind of get the idea, right? And basically, guys, I built it once, and all I need to do is just drop in the images, and just like that, I can generate all 5 in one go, okay? So it's the same principle and concept for video. Video is a little bit more complicated, but let's take it step by step, okay? So ultimately, what we want to do here is firstly understand what are all these buttons at the bottom, okay? So this one right here is your select tool, okay? You use it when you want to click on any specific element. That's one. This one right here is your pen or your hand when you want to move across your entire canvas, because the canvas is literally unlimited, guys. You can literally keep scrolling and adding things as you go. And if you want to zoom in, Control plus or Command plus if you're a Mac like me, or minus, okay, just to zoom in, zoom out. And you also have this where you can draw, put in some notes, so on and so forth. You can also, let me just remove that, also add in sticky notes just like this, right? Because Canvas can be shared with people. And by the way, I will let you guys know if how to get this Canvas template from me so that you can actually copy it. If you're one of my AI Authority students, you guys already have this, okay? And there's also shapes where I use to add in these boxes as placeholders for you guys, okay? And lastly, text, so you can drop in texts just like these, as I've written here. And arrows as well, just to be helpful in terms of production, okay? So all of that is really, really basic, guys, okay? So super, super simple. Now, to begin, the very first thing that we want to do, assuming you wanted to do for image generation just like this, is number one, you definitely need to have your source image, okay? So assuming you want to do this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for an image just like this, okay? And all I did was, guys, I dragged it onto the canvas, okay? So I'm going to build this step by step. Let me bring it down here, actually. Okay, so it's clear. And I'm just going to zoom this up, increase the size, and you can see it's a slightly different image. And what I'm going to do next is, essentially, this is step number one, right? Which is your primary image source, okay? So I have that. And the next thing that I'm going to do, guys, because I want to use this same exact image, but I want to change its outfit. So I'm just going to look for it inside my folder and drag in a couple of images that I would like to use. So let's just see maybe these 3, okay, for the sake of demonstration. And you can see I'm just literally dragging those images from my downloads folder here. Okay, it load. And we're just going to increase one by one so we can actually see it, right? And this is the beauty about having Canvas, guys. You can organize it any way that you like, okay? So these are the suits that I want my avatar or my twin to be wearing, okay? So the next thing that we need, essentially, guys, is to hit on plus, okay? Basically, this is where you can add the different nodes, all right? So in this case, you can add anything. The prompt box, the image generator, if you want to do image, so we're going to be using image, video or voice. You can even upload assets and things like that, okay? But for this specific exercise, we're going to need the prompt box, okay? And essentially, this prompt box is exactly the same as this area right here, okay? The only difference is where it's being viewed, okay? So we have our prompt box, and again, it's going to be a bit small so we can zoom in just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy my prompt here already. And not to worry, once you have my template, you literally have everything for the students in my AI community, okay? So the prompt box is there, so I'm just going to place it there. You can place it anywhere that you like. And the next thing that we are essentially going to do is, because this exercise is about changing the outfit and maintaining my entire identity background exactly as it is, we are going to hit on plus, and we are going to hit on image generator, okay? So this is basically my image workflow, okay? So specifically for images where we are recreating this entire 4-step process, okay? So essentially, the next thing that we want to do now that we have selected image generator, we're just going to zoom it in a little bit, guys. And you will notice that for every image that you have, there's this little things right at the side, right? Which basically says output image, okay? And essentially, the way that node base works is you need to connect them to one another, and that's where all this sophisticated and confusing line comes from. But let me just show you guys how simple this is, okay? So because the idea is we have our original image right here, we have the reference images on the clothes and the outfits that we want to change. So now, how does AI knows to connect all of these things together? That's where the node-based editing comes in, okay? So all we're doing is we're going to, from here, drag and connect, Okay, so what happens is now this image generation tool already has the image right here, right? Previously, you'll need to attach them separately here. It's already identified, and now you can see a T over here, which is the input for the prompt. We're going to connect the prompt box, okay? And I'll show you why this is going to save us so much time later, guys, okay? And the next thing that we need to do, guys, is because in this prompt, it's basically saying use image 1, which is this, image 1, and somewhere here, right, just read it out. Only change outfit to image 2, wearables, rules. It's a long prompt, okay, guys? And basically, it's saying take everything, take the accessories and the dress from image 2, and now we're going to connect image 2 here, right? Give me a second. Let's just connect it right here. Okay, now it's fully connected, and the prompt is basically saying, hey, this is the person that we want to keep his background, his facial identity, his hairstyle, everything the same. Only take image 2's outfit, okay? So we're going to do that. That's image generation 1. And of course, just like the old way of doing things, we have to select the module, the size, and all that stuff, okay? So you will find it here, right, where you have all the options. And we're going to select Nano Banana Pro. We are going to go with 4K if you want maximum realism as well as quality. And for here, we want to pick the aspect ratio, right? Like what size is this image? So in this case, I want it exactly like this, which is a 9:16 format. Okay, so it's pretty much vertical. Okay, click that. And once we set that up, guys, I just want to show you that now that this is done, technically we can just copy it like Control-C or Command-C and click Control-V. We're going to paste to, oops, sorry. Right, click another one, Control-C, Control-V. So now we got 3 prompts ready, and they're all already set because we have done it on this one, right? And we just want to repeat the process, okay, guys? We want to drag the source image, right, and connect it to this area where it says input reference image, okay? And then we want to take the image that we want to change our outfit to for this specific image generation. We're going to drag that here, okay? And lastly, we're going to connect the prompt, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing for the third image here, right? I'm going to drag this, connect it, drag this, connect it over here, and connect the prompt, okay? So now, it might look confusing, guys, but this is where it becomes powerful, okay? So again, before I hit generate, actually, let me just hit generate right now. Once it's ready, there's this little button called run pipeline, basically just means generate, okay? So I'm going to click that, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to click that. So what just happened here, guys, is it's literally generating almost on autopilot. We did the work once by adding the reference image. We added the master prompt because the prompt that I've created is universal for this exact purpose, right? And automatically, we'll just need to wait for a bit. And if it worked correctly, we should be in these different styles, okay? Again, why is node-based editing so powerful on this canvas? Because if we were to recreate it, guys, you can imagine how long is it going to take us, because we have to literally drag the image like this here, right? Paste in the prompts, for example, right? And then drag in the reference image for each scene, okay? So this is just an example that I'm dropping in, and then we got to do it for every single one of these image. But in this case, guys, it's literally, as you can see, being generated all in one freaking go. So you can set this up. The prompt is the same anyways. The base image is the same anyways. As you can see, guys, I didn't do anything. As long as your prompt is done correctly, you can see it looks amazing, okay? Now, if you want to zoom in or see the picture clearly, just double click on it and let it load. Boom, perfect. It didn't change anything, and that's how powerful the prompt that I'm using is. You can see it is absolutely spotless. One observation that I found about testing image as well as video, the hallucination level seems to be a little bit higher, maybe because Spaces is still so new, so there's a lot of technicalities they're fixing, but this is good enough, okay? So in this case, let's look at the source image, right? Let me zoom out a bit, and you can see it's like this, and right here, just like any AI tool, it tends to hallucinate. Sometimes, no matter how good your prompt is, like this one, it doesn't show teeth. So in case you want to regenerate, you just need to hit this button right here, and it will regenerate, okay? So ideally, you want to show teeth, especially if you want to bring this still image to life, because if AI can't see your teeth, they're going to guess and hallucinate exactly what your teeth looks like, okay? So we just did that again. And fundamentally, guys, this is why it's so powerful, right? Now, I showed you 3 examples, okay? In this workflow of mine, it was 5 examples. Now, just imagine this, guys, okay? I'm a big fan of bulking this kind of production process because it's time consuming. But I can literally do 10, 15, 20, 50, all in a singular board, all generating to the maximum amount that your Higgsfield plan allows, guys, okay? And most importantly, like this, you can actually organize it so nicely, okay? So that's fundamentally the image workflow that I currently built and created. And if you want my essential workflow, this exact same thing, just comment Canvas down below and I'll send it to you, okay? So that is the image generation side of things. If you've already been generating videos, guys, you already know how painfully slow it is on Higgsfield, right? So with Canvas, it can literally 10 to 20x our productivity, and this is my exact video workflow, okay? So let's break down the steps first. Step number 1, you want to add your primary image source, okay? Because you want to animate a video from an image. So in my case, this is the exact image source that I will be using, okay? Step number 2, guys, you need to prepare your script that's optimized for the duration that you want. So for AI Authority Engine students, just use my VO Scene Architect GPT to have your scripts ready and optimized, okay? And step number 3, you want to add in your prompts for each scene. Add as many prompts nodes as required for your script duration, okay, guys? So as you can see, for this script, this sample script that I created, which I'll show you guys, requires 7 scenes. So I needed 7 different prompt boxes, and not to worry, I will build this from scratch, okay? And number 4, right here, you want to add your video generator of choice. In my case, and this example is Kling 3.0 because it has outputs great quality at a great credit cost, okay? And this is where the final output video by scenes will be, okay? Absolutely madness. So this example, I've already done it, okay? And let me just play some of the actual examples, right? So once it's actually generated, you can play it. I don't like this. It's the same for every single placement, but you have to click on play video and you got to unmute it.
Just went live, and Albie literally canceled everything on his schedule today.
Okay, so I will show you guys the full video in a minute, but first, let me just walk through what is happening here. So in number 1, this is the image, okay, which basically tells AI, hey, this is the image source that I want to generate. Make sure whatever image it is that you want, it's the highest quality possible because it's going to directly correlate to the output of your video. So in this case, as you guys can see, that is very good realism right there. And this is actually my real award, which I've given to her. It's basically the same thing as this. And all I did was I prompt her, my avatar, inside of that scene instead, okay? So it's amazing what you can do with AI, okay? Step number 2, you just want to have your scripts ready because you definitely want to add in your script scenes so that we can tell AI, okay, what we want this lady to say, what is this setting all about, okay? And the last and final step is essentially the same as what we did with the image generation where we pick the model and classification. In the video's case, is basically which video generation model you want to use, okay? Now, before we move on, let me just show you the final output of these 7 different scenes. This took me about 5 to 10 minutes to create, just so you can see what was the final product and the outcome. Let me full volume and let's play it from the beginning.
Higgsfield Canvas just went live, and Albie literally canceled everything on his schedule today just to build a full step-by-step training on it, because this makes our entire production process 10x to 20x faster. For everything, animate your images, change outfits, swap backgrounds, all inside one tab. No complicated tech. This is exactly the kind of thing he teaches inside AI Authority Engine. Every new tool broken down the same day it drops. For anyone building an AI avatar or AI twin, this is massive.
Boom! That's exactly why I love doing this stuff, guys. You can literally get them to say anything you like, to sell for you, to pitch for you, whatever it may be. But most importantly, the reason why I showed you the preview is because when you are producing right? These individually, they won't sound as great. Half of the magic to make a really, really good video or image is essentially editing them so well that it's almost so seamless, okay? So let's just play one so we can hear what it actually sounds like this first one. So I'm just going to zoom in here, press play, unmute.
Canvas just went live, and Albie literally canceled everything on his schedule today.
Right, so there was like a 3 seconds delay and it wouldn't be great, but when you edit them, that's where the magic happens, okay? So now we understand essentially the 4-step simple process, right? Well, let's build this from scratch, okay? So let me just check, all right? So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to use this same image, guys, okay? So again, step number 1 is basically having your source image that you want to animate, okay? So you can drag and drop any image that you like. The second thing that we'll do, guys, is like I said, we always need a prompt, okay? So prompt box, we're going to put it here and you can place it anywhere you like, okay? Now, the different thing between an image and a video is that the prompt box is going to be so different, right? Because we are essentially animating this single image, but what we need is multiple scenes, okay? So we will need a prompt box first, and we will need a video generator, okay? So essentially, we can put this like this, and we want to 100% customize it, okay? So here, we can pick whichever model that we like. One thing I noticed here, guys, that is only, we can't really pick like 1080p. It's default to 4K. I don't know why. Only, so we can't really choose, and I use Kling. You can pick the duration. So in this case, I'm doing 8. This is pretty much the size format, vertical, right? Because our image is also vertical. And down here is turn on sound. I don't even know why this exists. Honestly, we want to make sure it's always on. And enhance prompt, which means that Higgsfield is just going to help enhance your current prompt. And CFG scale here basically says, does the AI tool have license for creativity or enhancement, right? So 0.5 is basically 50-50. It's almost like likeness, okay? So now that we understand that, the next thing that we want to do is I'm just going to grab my script from earlier. The prompt's already done. You should already have this ready. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it in here. Sorry, let me just grab that again. 1 second. Okay, copy that. Right, whatever your prompt might be for your specific scene. And same as before, guys, all we're going to do here is we are going to connect the different nodes. So they know that it's this image, this is the thing that I want, this is the instruction, and this is the video module and the settings that I want. So we're going to grab this, drag it over here, picture to picture, okay? And then we're going to grab this part here, output text to text, right? You see the T to T. All you need to do is pretty much that. Everything is configured. And if you want to fast track this process, you can actually highlight this depending on how many scenes you have. Control C and then Control V. And as you can see, it's already connected, okay? Right? So when I built this, I basically set one up and then I just copied and pasted all the way till the end, okay? Now, let's just say, for example, you made a mistake, you connected it somewhere, you can actually just hover over and you can remove the connection, okay? So that's one way that you can go about it. And for video specifically, depending on the module, guys, you will see it's slightly different versus an image. For an image, there's only, let me just copy and paste this side by side so you guys can see it. So this is honestly very technical, so I hope I'm doing a good job explaining how it works. You'll see that for images, there's only one input reference image. For video, depending on the module, like Kling, they have start frame and end frame. It's a little bit advanced. I won't talk about it, but in a nutshell, you can essentially put in 2 different images in case, let's just say, the scene starts off with her speaking like this, and then the second image is her grabbing something and showing the screen, okay? So that's all it is. And now that it's done, right, we have 2. And just like this one, we just need to connect it to the source. And all we're going to do, guys, is literally hit on run pipeline, okay? Let me just grab another script here, just to make sure it's not the same, for demonstration purposes. And while that generates, I will share, okay, so I'm going to paste it here and hit generate. So I hope you guys can see why this is so powerful, because once you use, say, my template, for example, everything's already laid out. All you really need to do, guys, is change the image, update the prompts, right, and hit generate on every single one. Basically, you're getting all videos done in a singular workflow like this, okay? Traditionally, you'll have to go to the video tab, and then you gotta click on whichever video module that you want, like maybe it's Kling, and then you gotta generate them one by one, which is so painful, okay? And why I love this so much is because this is for one video. Now I can take this entire thing, copy it, I can do on another video, right? Which is insane. So technically speaking, guys, your workflow can be so clean. You'll never have to get confused again, okay? So while this is generating, I did notice something here, okay? One thing bad about this is they don't tell us how much does it cost when we generate. So for example, if we went into, let's just say images, and if you, let's just say like this one, Nano Banana Pro, it tells us it's 2 credits, okay? If we go into video, it will also tell us like this one right here, Sit Dance is 72. But on the canvas, for some reason, it's not transparent. There is no mentions of credit. So the first thing I did was check how much it actually costs. Okay, so for Nano Banana, when we're doing image generation, it costed pretty much the same, 4 credits. But for Kling 3.0, surprisingly, at 4K quality, at 8 seconds per generation, it was a free generation. And I don't know if this is because Canvas is new and it's because I'm on the Ultra plan, so it might be different for you. What I suggest is you generate once, go into your pricing, into your settings or your account tab, and just check how much it costs, guys, okay? So you don't burn through your credits like crazy, okay? As you guys can see, the videos are now done, and it's quite a simple process. Let us do this again. So to play it, we have to press play, unmute, okay, so which is pretty cool. And if you're happy with it, you can heart it so it appears in your folder, or you can actually download the results. Now, one more thing to cover, guys, like this image right here, earlier I showed you guys that you can regenerate, right? So whenever you regenerate, there will be a version 2. And to find the version 1, for example, if you hover over, you can find that little box at the bottom. I'm not sure why it's a bit hard to click. That's the thing that's a little bit buggy about this. Okay, so select it first, and then you can see view result 1, which was the mistake earlier. The mouth was closed. AI tends to hallucinate, and this is the latest version. You can see the difference, okay? So it's exactly the same for video, because video, sometimes the timing is off. So when you hit regenerate, you want to first make sure you fix the script. Let me just check if I regenerate any of my images. Let me just see. Okay, so in my case, there was no regeneration. But in the event there is a regeneration, you will find it something like this, okay? So you can actually swap between them. And that's pretty much the end-to-end process, guys, okay? So a couple of ideas why I like this so much. Number one, as a creator, educator, I can literally share this board to any of my students or anyone in my community. And basically, guys, the way that I'm going to use this is, like, moving forward, right, you will have so many repetitive tasks like this, right? You want to keep the exact same person, same environment, but you want to keep changing clothes and accessories. You don't have to find that prompt. Where is it, right? Like, it's such a struggle. Instead, you have this ready already. All you need to do is change the image. Prompt is already there. Bam. Okay, for video, same thing. You don't have to recreate it over and over again. So in my case, I've already created 2 of the most common workflows that I will need to create. And all I need to do is change the image. For video, for example, use my custom GPT and just copy and paste the entire prompts here, guys, and just hit generate, okay? This is why I said that this can help so much when it comes to efficiency, okay? So let me just look if I miss any points, okay? So we covered a lot of the details. Now, who is this best for? If you are brand new, guys, naturally, I'd recommend you go through the manual way, right, where you do them one by one. But I guarantee and promise you, this is something you 100% want to learn, because you would find the more you advance, the more you realize how much time is wasted, okay? So I hope you guys found this valuable. If you did, please just drop a value down below. That's pretty much it. Let's go.